Hey, superstars, super legends, and superheroes. My name's Dr. Dre, but without the doctor. You're tuned in to Hot Hire, which is the #1 place if you're looking to get into your ideal job a lot sooner. So today I've got a special guest. This woman absolutely is beautiful to her core. We've known each other for a couple of months, and what I absolutely love about her is that she's an author, a speaker, a business owner, an entrepreneur, a mother, so many other things. She's amazing. And what I guess the impact that she wants to have on the world, especially with young people, is something that's really sort of resonated with me. So I just want to say a massive welcome to the beautiful Deb Drummond. How are you?
Thanks, Dre. That's a lovely introduction. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, super legends, so sorry to interrupt the show. If you do like what you're seeing, please don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you. All right, do you want to tell us, or tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, look, I live on the central coast of New South Wales, which is about an hour north of Sydney, and I've recently moved from the Northern Beaches, so I'm loving it up here, and I'm what I call a business mum. So there's all these titles these days, like, you know, mompreneur, and now that my kids aren't living with me, I'm like a soulpreneur. So that's what I'm calling myself now. So I went into business when my kids were younger because I was a sole mom and I couldn't really hold down a job because my son was sick all the time and what have you. So I started my own business, and that really afforded me the time to be around for my kids. And they're now 21. My son Jack is 21, and
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
But yeah, so he's a pro golfer, which that's pretty cool. But like when he finished school though, like he went into like this comatose state. You know how he didn't have a job like my daughter, and he was just like a zombie. And so we got him a job at Drummond Golf, and I'll draw on a couple of little things later on his outlook and how he went with that, because that's quite helpful for young job seekers. And my daughter's 22 and she's a primary school teacher, so I'm like really proud of them. They've got the most amazing work ethic, both of them. They've never chucked a sickie. Have you heard of chuck a sickie in Australia?
I have, yeah. I've hardly ever chucked sickies, so
they go to work even if they're on their deathbed. They're amazing. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. And do you have any any tips that you'd like to share, any tips for young people that you think would be valuable?
Well, I think the first thing was that for instance, when my kids finished school, neither of them had a CV. There was no like template for a cover letter even, which is a massive oversight, I think. So firstly, they've got to get that sorted and make it look professional. So if they're going for a job, like have a look at what the job specs are and tailor the cover letter around the job. That's firstly, and add a photo. I love a photo personally when I'm employing people. I want to see who I'm dealing with. And even a video these days, if you've got the confidence, get on video and walk the talk a bit, because people employ people that they like, the people that they get along with. So important at the interview to turn up with the right attitude, turn up on time, looking good. That's being punctual obviously is important. So there's so many sort of factors around getting that right that they don't learn at school. So usually the first few interviews are pretty rusty, but basically they have to be approachable and friendly and just have the right can-do attitude. And certainly when they get into the job. So I wanted to use an example about my son, and he started at Drummond Golf. So it's not who you know, but it's not what you know, but who you know.
Totally agree. Yeah.
So, especially for those first jobs. So get in the door and just have the right attitude. Because the second day he came home, he said, "Oh, Mum, they're making me clean the toilets." I said, "Well, you are at the bottom of the rung, you're the junior." So I said, if you do that with the right attitude, they'll see that, you've got the right approach. And that did really work for him, and it still works for him today. They, as a pro golfer, he's in the pro shop. And they say, Jack's amazing. He'll do anything that you ask him to do, obviously within the job specs. He's got the right attitude.
Yeah.
And that's everything. I think that's the key.
That's brilliant. So I totally agree with the know, like, and trust. That's so important. And yeah, especially in today's age, getting a video out there, if you've got the confidence to do that, then you're going to set yourself apart from everybody else. So Deb, what do you have going on at the moment? Any exciting projects or?
Yeah, well, I've written a book around life skills because...
Which is amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, I did that because I saw there was a real gap in the market there, and because they leave school and they're given a certificate, right? That's what they're left with when they walk out the school gates, you know. So that's not enough. There's so much to know now, even compared to when I went through school, you know, with the internet and all the different governance things in Australia. So there is a lot to know. And as I said before, they don't even have a cover letter or a template CV when they walk out the door. So it's pretty scary times for them. So I just wanted to fill in some of those gaps and write a sort of all-inclusive life skills book, which has been taken up by tons of schools, and now it looks like I've got a publisher as of yesterday.
Oh, fingers crossed. So what I'm going to do is make sure that we've got a link to like your website and to the book so everyone can purchase that.
Thank you.
So Deb, it's about that time. We're going to wrap up. Do you have a dad joke for us?
I do. So what do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea.
I just want to say, like, a massive thank you. I really appreciate your time. I think you're absolutely amazing, and especially like the work that you're doing as well. So massive thank you.
Thanks, Trey.